Hello, this is the quick start tutorial of the Localization Pro asset. So in this video we will localize all the elements of a very simple scene. So we will localize the material of an object and some elements of a user interface, a text and an image. Remember that this quick start tutorial only covers the very basic functionality of the asset. So if you wish to see in depth all the advanced functionality of Localization Pro, please read the manual or see the more advanced videos. The first thing to do to localize a project is to create a localization configuration object. To do that, we simply right-click in any place in our project and select Create Localization Configuration. We can name this object Tutorial Configuration. And as we can see, there are many options in this object, but we only focus on this first section of the object. So in this project we only localize for English, Spanish and Japanese. And we will leave the current language as English and the default language as English. Well, now we are going to localize the material of the object that we have in the scene, the localizable cube. So to do that is quite simple. We only add a localizable object component. As soon as we add the localizable object script, we got an error. And if we take a look in the hierarchy, we saw that new object has been created. The error said that we need to set the localizable configuration property that we already created in the previous step. So to do that, we only click in the localization manager and set this property to the localization configuration. This step only needs to be done once in each scene that you have in your project. So we can see that the error disappeared and now we can localize the material of the cube. Now in the localizable script we can see that there are three different options, and if you notice, they are the same languages that we set here in the localization configuration. If we add more languages, then we can see more options, more languages here in the localization object, in the localizable object, sorry. So in this tutorial, in this quick start, we are only going to use three languages, English, Spanish and Japanese. But in your project you can use as many languages as you want. So to localize the material of the object is quite simple. By default, the default material is already set in all languages, so we only need to change the material in each of the language. For Spanish we are going to use the bull material, and for Japanese we are going to use the samurai material. And that's all. Our cube is already localized. We are going now to localize, for example, the sample text. So in this case we are going to add again the localizable object component. Now we are not getting any error because the property has already been set. And what we are going to do is to add the label or the text that we wish to add in each language. In English is welcome. In Spanish we can put hola. And in Japanese we can put, for example, konnichiwa. And that's all. Our text, our user interface text is already localized. Now we are going to do the same with the image. If we add a component, a localizable object component, we can notice that we can localize the image, the split, and we are going to use the English flag for the English language, Spanish flag for the Spanish language, and for Japanese, the Japanese flag. Now we can test how the localization is done simply by changing the current language in the configuration, in the localization configuration object we created. If we click on this and we change from English to Spanish, we can notice that all the objects are changed, and if we set to Japanese, we also notice that all the objects has been localized. It's important that you realize that it is working in editor mode. You do not need to run the application to test the localization. Well, all our objects has already been localized, but the last step of this tutorial is to change in runtime the languages or the localization of the scene simply by clicking in the buttons. I have prepared a very simple script for this tutorial with 3 different functions: set English, set Spanish, and set Japanese. And what this function do is simply change the current language in the localization configuration object of the scene. So it's quite simple. We only need to add an on-click trigger in each of these buttons. And first we need to add the quite simple script to any object in the scene. For example, to the canvas, I can add the change language script, and now in each of these buttons I only need to set canvas in the object and call to the appropriate function. In this case is set English for the English button, set canvas as the object, and call to set Spanish, and for Japanese again set canvas as the object and call to set Japanese. And now if I run the scene, I can change from one language to another simply by clicking the button. And that's all. As you can see, it is very simple and fast to localize a scene. But, well, as I said previously, this is the quick start tutorial that only covers the very basic functionality of Localization Pro. So I encourage you to take a look at the manual and to the more advanced tutorial, where you can see how to localize any kind of objects like audio clips, even your custom object and properties of your custom scripts, how to use the batch options and more advanced stuff. Thank you.